Hello. In this next section, I'm going to give you a brief overview of RStudio. I'll give you a little tour of it. So when you first open RStudio, it's going to look something like this, where we have 3 panels. I'm going to make this 4 shortly. Here on the left, we have our console. This is the engine of R, where we actually run all our commands. On the top right, we've got a couple of options. We've got the history, which tells us what commands we've run in the past, and the environment tab, which tells us what objects we currently have in our working environment. Now, don't worry too much if you don't understand what this means at this stage. On the bottom right, we've got a whole bunch of options. Plots will pop up down here. Packages, we're going to learn about this later, but essentially this is where we can see what packages we have installed on our computer. One of the great things about R, it has very good support. Nearly every single R function out there has an associated help file with it. And again, we're going to go into detail in how to read these files. And files as well lets us browse our computer, for example, if we want to bring in data sets and so on. So we can use this R console very much like a calculator, for example, 1 plus 1, so forth. But it's much better to write our code in a separate file, which we called an R script file, which I'm going to create by clicking on this plus up here, plus one up here, and this 4th panel is now created. And this works very much like a do file in Stata. So we can do our 1 plus 1 up here, click on run, and we'll see it'll pop up down here. Now, if we have a whole bunch of commands, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3, we can run them all at the same time using this button here. You can see all of them have been run. Now, again, much like Stata, we tend to work within working directories where we will say, where for example, any data we'd like to save is saved, or where we can maybe bring in data sets. And to do that, we need to set our working directory. So I'm going to create a new folder where I want to save all my data I save in this project. So I'm going to click to new folder. I'll call this R class. Okay. And we can see it's down here. I'll open that, and then I'll go to more, and then set as working directory. And we can see down here that that command's been run, so the set working directory and where this folder is. Now any data we save will be saved within this folder on our computer. So that concludes our very brief overview and tour of RStudio. Next, we'll go through an overview of the basic functions, and especially different object types which we have within R.